Congruence means the plane figures, if two or more plane figures having same size and same shape. For example, here I will take two chalks. The length of these two chalks are equal. These two chalks are having equal lengths. So these type of the figures are called as congruence figures. So we can define the congruence. Congruence means two plane figures having same size and same shape, right? And one more thing, all the congruent figures are having equal areas. For example, AB is the line segment, and take one more line segment of the length same, that is equal to AB, the second line segment CD. AB is the line segment, the length of the line segment AB is congruence to the length of the line segment CD. It means both these two line segments having equal length, and this is the symbol to represent the congruent. Whether you can take triangles or line segments or circles or squares, so by using this symbol we can represent the two shapes are congruent each other, right? So take one more example. Two circles having same radii. The two circles having same radius. Here you are observing two circles having same radius. So these type of the figures are called as congruent figures. In two circles, the radius of these two circles are same. Or you can also consider two equilateral triangles having same length. Equilateral triangle means all three sides are equal. So consider the same two equilateral triangles. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF. These two triangles are same in shape and size. So how you can write this one? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, right? Next, take one more example. The squares, two squares having same length. So these two squares are the example for the congruence. Okay, so all the congruent figures are exactly overlaps each other. So these type of the figures are called as congruent figures. Okay, next, the congruence criteria. The same congruence we are using in the triangles. Congruence of triangle. So congruence of triangles means what? Here we are taking two triangles and by using some criteria, we proved that the given two triangles are congruent to each other. Some criteria are there. For example, criteria means rules. First one, yes. Here S means side, A means angle. First criteria is S criteria, congruence criteria. Second one, yes, congruence criteria. Third one, A, congruence criteria. Fourth one, RHS. In that, S means sides of the triangle, A means angles of the triangle, and last one, here you are observing RHS means it is a congruence criteria particular for right angle triangles. This criteria is specifically used only for the right angle triangles. R means right angle, H means hypotenuse, R is a right angle, H means hypotenuse, and S means any one side of the right angle. Either you can take adjacent side or opposite side of the right angle triangle. So all the congruence figures are overlap each other or coincides each other. So that coincides are called as a superposition. Superposition. Okay. If I take two triangles having same length, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. When two triangles are congruent, their angles and their vertices also exactly overlap each other. For example, in triangle ABC and DEF, angle A is exactly overlaps on angle D, angle B is exactly overlaps on the another angle of the second triangle, angle E. Next, angle C is overlap the third angle of the second triangle F. Okay, so these type of the overlapping is called as a superposition. So how you are going to represent the congruence triangles? Whenever you are going to represent the congruence triangle, it is in the cyclic order, right? For example, here I can write triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is congruence to triangle DEF. Triangle DEF. Because just observe these two triangles. Angle A is exactly equal to angle D. Angle B is equal to E. Angle C is equal to angle F. But we cannot represent like this. Triangle ABC is congruence to triangle EDF or triangle FDE or triangle FED. Whenever we are going to represent the triangle, it should be in the cyclic order. Take in sides also. If AB is equal to D, just our assumptions only, AB, the side of the first triangle AB is equal to the DE, BC is equal to EF, AC is equal to DF. By using sides, how you can represent the triangle? Again, take the same two triangles in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. AB is equal to the side DE. Next, BC, second side, BC is equal to EF. Next, third side of the first triangle, AC is equal to DF. Okay, so these are the three corresponding sides in the given two triangles. So simply you can write these two triangles as triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Again, we cannot represent like this. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD or triangle FED or triangle FDE, because whenever we are going to represent the triangle, it should be in the cyclic order. Here observe, the length of the sides are different. Okay, so the triangles, the two congruent triangles always represent in terms of the cyclic orders only while observing angles and sides. Okay, next come to the next concept, that is the congruence of the triangle. Congruence of triangle. Congruence you already know, the two plane figures having same size and same shape. Congruence of triangle. In the congruence of triangle, we have some criterias. Criterias means rules. By applying some rules, we proved that the given triangles are congruent to each other. So some properties or some criterias. Basically, first one is SSS criteria. Second one is SAS criteria. Third one is ASA criteria. Fourth one, RHS criteria. Here S means the sides of the triangle, sides of the triangle. A means angles of the triangle, and last one, just observe this one, RHS. RHS means this criteria is specially used for right angle triangles. Right angle triangles. In that, R means right angle of the given triangle, H means hypotenuse of the triangle, and side means consider any one side of the right angle triangle. Either it may be adjacent side or opposite side. Okay. Take first one criteria, SSS. SS means side, congruence criteria of the triangle. By taking example, I'll explain the SSS criteria. Here two triangles are there. Triangle ABC. Second one, triangle DEF. In that, the length of the side AB is equal to DE. Second, BC is equal to EF. Third one, AC is equal to DF. So we need to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Consider directly the given two triangles. What are the given two triangles here? First triangle, triangle ABC, and triangle DEF. In that, AB is equal to DE. Second one, BC is equal to EF. Third side of the triangle, AC is equal to corresponding third side of the second triangle, DF. So all these three are given only. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle DEF. By using the congruence criteria, SSS. By using congruence criteria, SSS. So, how you can define the congruence criteria of SSS? If two triangles are said to be congruent, the three sides of the first triangle, here three sides are there, no? The three sides of the first triangle is exactly equal to the three sides of the another triangle. Then these two triangles are said to be congruent by using SSS criteria. Take one more example. Second one, take one triangle, that is triangle PQR. Triangle PQR and triangle OMN. That PQ is equal to OM. PQ is equal to ON. QR is equal to NM. PR is equal to NO. So you are going to prove that the given two triangles are congruent. Consider the two triangles. Triangle PQR. In triangle PQR and triangle OMN. Right? So which is the first side here? PQ. The length of PQ is equal to OM. The length of PQ is equal to OM. Second one, QR is equal to MN. Next, third one, PR is equal to NO or ON. All these three are given datas. Therefore, triangle PQR is congruent to the triangle OMN by using the same property, that is SSS congruence criteria. So how you can define the SSS congruence criteria? If two triangles are said to be congruent, the three sides of the first triangle is exactly equal to the three sides of the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, then the given two triangles are congruent by using the property SSS. Okay, let's come to the second one criteria, that is SAS. SAS means side, angle, and side. Side, angle, and side. So how you can define the SAS criteria? If two triangles are said to be congruent, in that the two sides, here two sides are there, no? Just observe the criteria. SAS, the two sides and included angle of one triangle, two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to the corresponding two sides and included angle of another triangle, then that two triangles are congruent. Here included means the angle given angle is formed by the same two line segments or same two sides. For example, let's take one example, the triangle ABC and one more triangle, that is PQR. In that AB is equal to PQ, the length of AB is equal to PQ, AC is equal to PR, angle A and angle P are equal. We need to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Just observe this angle A. Angle A is formed by the two sides AB and AC. So this is the included angle of the two sides. Okay. So consider two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. In that AB is equal to PQ. Second one, AC is equal to PR, and angle A is equal to angle P. So these two are the sides, equal sides, and this one is a angle, right? So therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by using the congruence criteria SAS. One more thing, if two triangles are said to be congruent, whether you can take SSS, SAS, ASA, RHS, whatever it may be, in all type of the congruence criteria, if you are proving two triangles are congruent, then their remaining all angles and all sides are equal by using CPCT. So CPCT means what? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. If we are proving any two triangles are congruent, then their all remaining angles and all remaining sides are exactly equal. Okay, so this is the second criteria, SAS. In that the angle should be included by the two sides of the given triangle. Next, take the third criteria, that is ASA. ASA means what? Angle, side, angle. Take same figures by considering the same two triangles. In triangle, take one more example, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. In that, angle B is equal to angle E, angle C is equal to angle F, and the side BC is equal to EF. So we need to prove that these two triangles are congruent by using the congruence criteria ASA. Consider the given triangles. Triangle ABC. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Second triangle is triangle DEF. In that, the first angle, angle B is equal to angle E. Angle C is equal to angle F. These two angles having common side, that is BC. Here you are observing how you can write the angle B. Angle ABC. I can write the angle B as a angle ABC. Now write angle ACB. That is the second angle, no? Angle ACB. In that, common arm or common side is BC. BC is the common side. Okay. So BC is equal to EF. BC is equal to EF. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle DEF by using a congruence criteria ASA. So how you can define the congruence criteria of ASA? If two triangles, these are the two triangles, no? If two triangles are said to be congruent, two angles, these two are the two angles and included side of the one triangle is exactly equal to the two angles and included side of the another triangle, then the given two triangles are said to be congruent by using a criteria ASA. Okay, let's last one, that is RHS criteria. RHS criteria, it is valid only for the right angle triangle. Especially this criteria is used for right angle triangles. So take two right angle triangles. In right angle triangle, one angle should be exactly equal to 90 degree and remaining two angles are acute angles. Why? Because we already know that the total interior angle of the triangle is 180 degree. If one angle is exactly equal to 90 degree, means the remaining two angles are acute angles only. So take two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. In first triangle, angle B is equal to 90 degree. In second triangle, angle Q is equal to 90 degree. It means these two angles are right angles. So, by using these two figures, we need to prove that the given triangles are congruent. Right? Before that, take some important terms that is related to right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle. Right? Here, if angle B is equal to 90 degree means the side exactly opposite to the right angle is considered as a hypotenuse side of the right angle triangle, and this one is the adjacent side or base of the triangle, and next one remaining one more side is that is opposite side. Right? Take two examples. These two triangles, in triangle ABC and triangle PQR. What are the two hypotenuse sides here? AC and PR. These two sides are considered as equal sides, AB and PQ. So AB is equal to PQ. AB is equal to PQ are the equal sides. Equal sides. Next, AC is equal to PR. AC is equal to PR. These two are the hypotenuse of the given two right angle triangles. Next one, angle B is equal to angle Q. Each angle is 90 degree, right? So triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle PQR by using a criteria RHS. Here you can take BC also. BC and QR also equal. Okay. So this is all about the congruence criteria of triangle. So in this class we learned the meaning of congruence, some basic plane figures of the congruence, and some congruence criteria that is related to the triangles. In that, the first criteria, yes, yes, yes. So what is that criteria? If three sides of the first triangle or three sides of the triangle is exactly equal to the three sides of the another triangle, then that two triangles are said to be congruent by using the criteria yes, yes, yes. Second one, SAS. If two triangles are said to be congruent, in that two sides and included angle of one triangle is equal to the two sides and included angle of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent by using SAS criteria. Next, third one, ASA. Again, if two triangles are said to be congruent, in that two angles and included side of the one triangle is equal to two angles and included side of the another triangles are equal, then the two triangles are said to be congruent by using the criteria ASA. And the last one is RHS. This criteria is specially used for the right angle triangles. In two right angle triangles, here we already discussed, in two right angle triangles, the right angle, hypotenuse and side of the one right angle is exactly equal to the right angle, hypotenuse and side of the another triangle, then the given two right angles are congruent by using RHS criteria. Okay. So in the next class we will discuss some basic problems based on these all four criterias. Okay, based on these all four criterias. Be happy, have a nice day.